Ye lads and ye lassies tak heed, and beware where ye danner and stray. Mind ye the fate o' Louie Jenny, fae the sheelin' on top of the brae. Ye'll hae seen her ramping the lonans, wi' her hair a' tousled and grey. A doited, beglamoured wee cratur, and deil the word ever she'll say. Aye, ye lads and ye lassies tak heed, bide awa fae the kirkyard at nicht, for banshees and deevils are screechin' doon yonder till mornin's first licht. And doon at the hint of the kirkyard, beg it into the old dry stane wa, you'll find a carved skull o' worn sandstane, wi' holla een and curse grinning jaws. And it's a curse and a haunted old article, the old folk aye tell the wains, a thing of dark magic aye to be juked, and they ca' it the skull of McBane. For the aliens aye tell the wains, that gin ye gae doon there and clock, sometimes gin ye keek in his een, you'll hear old McBane start to talk. Louie Jenny will leave in the sheelin', and the brae at the edge of the tun was a Calleary and Ramstam wee clipper, would blether fae midnicht to noon. And aye she was boil and gae tovey, and she'd hear to the crack of McBane, and she says to hersel, I'll gie it a burl, and set off to the kirkyard or lane. At gloamin' she juked fae her Wunday, the lampposts were glawin' like gleed. She spieled the dyke of the kirkyard, and hurpled through heed stains and weeds. And the nicht it was dark, wi' a skinklin' of frost, so the grasses cranched under her shoon, and by the licht o' her phone she found the old skull, and amang the old stains hunkered doon. Then she shined her wee licht in the skull, on the grinning old skull of McBane. She keeked in his een, and waited for ocht to come out of on bake a coil stain. But ainly the hullet screeched that nicht, and scunnered with sick glaiked games. She'd ta'en a photy, then the glaw her screen, like a lichthouse, guided her hame. But happed in her bed, after midnight, in the sheelin' on top of the brae, she keeked yens mair at her mobile phone, and saw something had gone while agley. The SIM card was cleared, and her downloaded apps and icons were fairly read out. And says she to hersel, there's a glamoury has been cast in the gadget at doot. She alluded it was deed, so she let it doon by, but it dinged and its licht caught her een, and she saw that a ween of by ordinary icons were skeelt o'er the phone's glawing screen. Yen was an hourglass, cowped o'er on its side, another a winged fair-faced wean, and a grinning white skull, with twa dark holla een, and another was twa crossed shank banes. She footered and swiped, and turned the thing off, but it soon dinged to life yens again. So she tapped on an icon, the end with a skull, and on the screen was the skull of McBane. Like a video ca, fae the murk of the kirkyard, she keeked at the old skull in shock. While she stared and she fairlied, its jaw gied a jerk, it screeched, then it started to talk. Wee Jenny's no kived what was said that nicht, though she bides yet on top of the brae. But say, sairly she's shook, that she's desperately felt, and her dark hair's turned pure cranrach grey. They say that she's cursed, and her tongue is a scrunted. Since then she's no spoken again, and she danners the lonans, a poor mutton dummy, because of the skull of McBane.